Going on YouTube? What's going on? Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, my TikTok family. Let's get it. Let's go. Listen, right now, look, guys, I don't care if they tell you or not. We're the hottest thing smoking right now. I'm your inside guy. I am tapped in. And now, listen, look, hear me and hear me now, y'all. I have been trained by the military, then trained by the White House, then self-trained as an engineer. And all my life, I've been a people watcher, and I'm highly tapped in. So they let the wrong person in on this internet thing. I know how to watch women. I know how to find out which women are watching me, watching the kind of men that we are, watching how we move. I've been trained. Dude, I know when people are picking up on my vernacular. I know when people are picking up my mannerisms, and I even know when women, content creators, are creating content on my behalf. I don't need for anyone to tell me nothing. God tells me everything. Do you know how cool it is, man, to be able to scroll the internet and have a bunch of people making content about you, even though they don't say your name? Oh. Now, if I was on some ego thing, I could really get off on it, but I'm just, I represent a certain kind of man right now. And you guys, through the channel and getting the channel growing the way that you are showing that this certain kind of man is not just one guy. It's a bunch of guys that feel the same way. And women are looking for direction, and the alphas have failed. So here we are. Sigma Nation, okay? Now, as a Sigma man, I can be able to tap into my intuition, which alphas, even if they have it, they ignore it for their ego, right? As a Sigma, our ego is in check. We check that ego daily through discipline, through retention, through fasting. Ego is in check. It can't get out of check if it wanted to. And when you conquer your ego as a man, you just conquered your superpower, because your ego, believe it or not, is really what makes you a man. A lot of women know, if I can destroy his ego and conquer his ego, then he'll be a broken man, right? Your ego being your shadow side, your lower self, and just your masculine energy. Sometimes you got to tap into your lower self as a man to get things done. It can't be peaches and cream and rainbows and lollipops all the time. Sometimes men got to go to war and get things done. Real women understand that, and other masculine men understand that kind of stuff. And right now, they're looking for leadership. They've been failed by the alphas, and they've been failed by society telling them, hey, listen, you can go out here and do what you want and be liberated and give your body to whoever you want to, and it'll be okay. Now, the check is due. They're like, what? I ran up these bodies, and you mean to tell me that's not liberation? I'm being enslaved? And now that I'm classified as a certain kind of woman, I'll probably never have a certain kind of guy? Yeah, that's what it is. Now listen, just because, again, I'll say this, if society got behind all men and started trying to press or push men upwardly like they're doing women, we would probably not do what y'all did. We're not going to do that. We're going to use it to our advantage, but they know we're going to make sure that we maintain a relationship, with our women. We're not going to sell our women out for big daddy. We don't need a big daddy. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no one to help us out, or government assistance or anything of that nature. Men, get it out the mud. We don't have no pride in anything if we don't get it out the mud. I'm teaching my son right now about getting it out the mud. By example, you know what I mean? And my kid ain't even on no like, oh man, we had to get it, we had to start over. And man, my son has been looking up at me with pride ever since I started doing this, man. Just instinctively, my son knows this is what a man does. And you do it with a smile on your face, because it's not a job. That's what men do. And I'm telling you, listen, I know there was a time and a period where the alphas were representing what masculinity was by themselves, but no longer are women just looking to alphas. Hey, what's going on, Reggie? A lot of women are looking at sigmas, some women are looking at betas, some women are looking at simps, right? They're looking all over because, society going up against the alphas, trying to tear them down, while the alphas are trying to tell the women what to do, while simultaneously the alphas took advantage of society telling women to be liberated, and they went out here simping and just saying whatever needed to be said, and just smash down all the hot chicks. And now we're stuck in a place where all the hotties have been ran through by all alphas. Their minds are all messed up. They're moving like the alphas that ran through them. and they're looking for direction. While the alphas do give direction, I'm not bashing the alphas, understand alphas. This is just growth. This is a way for you to do better. You cannot really tell women and brainwash them to not be promiscuous while you're being promiscuous. It's kind of hard to get that point across. And some of you guys are thinking that you're winning that, but you're not, because the women are doing what you're doing, so they think it's okay to be promiscuous because they're taking your leadership. They're taking your leadership. Hey, what's going on, Reggie? Exactly. We have to earn what we need as a man, and that kind of value is being brought back out. And I'm gonna tell you something. When men, you know, take a step away from needing validation from women and society, and then they start getting validated through themselves, you know what I'm saying, by going within and finding God within them and knowing that they represent God, and start carrying themselves like, I'm a representation of God in this plane. God gave me the power to be able to create life at any given time that I want to. It comes from my seed. I carry that power to create life at any point in time that I want to. I wonder if I decide to create other things with that power, and you start doing stuff like that, and you start standing in your energy, and you no longer, because I'm telling you, man, even though women and society's like, oh, you need us and da 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 da, they know that you don't need them, and they know they want a guy, a man that knows that, and also knows how much he is needed regardless of what's being said, and that he stands in that at all times without any kind of what am I looking for, doubt. Let's talk about doubt for a second. Probably the original sin, right? Before doubt, guess what? You did whatever you wanted to do. We probably were flying. We were probably like mutating into different things, transforming, until that first raggedy ass joker was like, are you sure about that? Well, we know the story of Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying? The devil slipped up as a snake or whatever and started creating doubt and offering stuff. I'm telling you, man, once doubt was created and people would question you, and next thing you know it, the downfall of man. And what women and females, not ladies, make sure you don't conflate, they like to sow doubt in your mind through the witchcraft of words that woman has used throughout time, and is, you know, garnished different names and titles for it. Now, these women are not ladies, but, you know, there are versions of them. Just like as a man, there are versions of males that need to codepend off a female and live off of her essence, live in her home, live, you know what I'm saying, off her food, drive her vehicle. These are males and not men. But the problem is, these kind of people know how to disguise themselves and look the part. So that's where discernment has to come into place. And as a real man, you're able to discern wicked people, period. I don't know how women do it, but as I've done it, and I'm sure my reflections out there, when we look at people or in people's presence, we trigger the wicked demons in them. Your aura of being authentic and not conforming to different social norms to make people feel better, it instantaneously triggers demons and insecurities that cause people to automatically recognize your masculine frame and either bow down or want to fight. But either way it goes, they know you're ready for it. They know you're down to get down, or however it needs to be done, right? It's a new movement, a new kind of man. You can't be gaslit into having your ego broken by a woman through words, and ain't no dude out there really ready to challenge you physically, because you know that you come across, and they know that you come across as the kind of person where it ain't gonna be one and done, or it's gonna be a battle for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And as a Sigma, we might not get revenge in that moment. We'll like see what you did, hold on to it, and wait for the right time to cause the optimal amount of damage. That's very scary to people when they don't know what you know, and they don't know when you're going to strike, because your emotional intelligence don't allow you to be taken out of your frame for 1 second to give up your plans or whatever to a bunch of low IQ idiots that want to be you. Women love this. They love it. I don't care what they say. They love it. As much pushback as you guys think I get, and I appreciate the young man that works at the Ingalls that subscribed and let me know that some of my stuff is kind of harsh. But you know, sometimes the truth has to be harsh. And even though I was perceived as some type of asshole know-it-all in the beginning, people are starting to come around to realize this fool just might be one of the shaman of our time. And what part of history do I want to be on? I'm telling you the truth here. They're thinking and they're realizing now, I'm gonna go back and dig out my old YouTube videos and TikTok videos where I predict this. But the energy has shifted and people are finally seeing like with Sigmas, and they're just like, what side of history do I want to be on? What side of this guy do I want to be on? I don't really think I want to be on his bad side, because they know now what you have always known, and how no matter what, you maintained your frame and you never did any kind of shady, low vibrational, ill intent type of stuff. You kept it trucking, even though you knew the entire time what's going on around you. That kind of stuff makes you super dangerous, man. They don't know what you're gonna do when you're gonna do it. They can't predict your moves, and when they predict your moves and try to and say something and then try to start a campaign, you don't say nothing. You let them do and think whatever they want to. Anyone that joins them and what they think, you know, is not your friend, and now you've identified another hidden enemy. You're too tactical, okay? You're too militant the way you move, right? It's kind of hard to get in your head, and it's even worse thinking about getting into a physical confrontation because you don't know what you know. And this kind of stuff right here, man, it's the kind of stuff that drives women wild, because as much as they don't want to say it, they truly enjoy, you know, a kind of man that'll go against what everybody else says and do what he feels like needs to get done to get the job done, while operating within, you know what I'm saying, his divine frame. I'm gonna start talking like that. His divine masculine frame, you know, knowing that he is a representation of God in his plane. So it's not like he's doing anything with manipulation in mind, right? Now, a lot of wicked people, a lot of these Jezebels and these other charlatan dudes will assume that you're, you know, out here trying to manipulate people, and they'll use that kind of word. But see, being charming and being a man of God who's a natural leader can be interpreted as being manipulative by the wrong kind of person, who obviously is that kind of person, a manipulator, and thinks everyone's a charlatan out there like them manipulating people. When you are a natural leader and you are anointed by God, people follow you, period, point blank. You can try to hide, you can try to wear hoodies, you can wear shades, you can do whatever you want to do, but they'll interpret that as a fashion sense, like a fashion style. Oh, he's wearing shades because like a little celebrity. I'm trying to hide a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? But everything that you do will be interpreted as fashion, or be interpreted as, you know what I'm saying, some type of movement or trend or whatever. So you can't hide. You can't, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be pushed into the light no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people believe that you're manipulating situations, but only a manipulator will think and assume automatically that somebody is manipulating anything. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's crazy what people are so used to having things told to them soft. You know it. The truth, however, it said, helps you and speaks the truth. And it burns like Dracula in the sun. Man, you be dropping some deep motherfucking knowledge, man. Reggie in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I have to stop and make sure I take my shades off and read this properly, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, they don't. Here's a problem with, like you said, how do I say this politely without YouTube flagging me? People have been taught by social media and the way society has shifted that we should be worried about everybody's opinion, and that's not the way that it needs to be. Like, everyone's opinion does not need to be heard, and when people hear the truth of anything, like you said, it burns them. It burns them so bad because it breaks their reality, because they've built a reality off of thinking that they can say and voice their concerns or to anyone, even if it has nothing to do with them. It's none of their business. They shouldn't even be worried about people like that. They should be trying to get their health in order. They're trying to get their money in order. And when you bring that reality to them, it's like, well, wait a minute though, but I've been told and I can speak. No, you can't. You've been fed a lie. You need to come back to reality and get yourself back into your frame, and stop thinking that it's okay to go around judging others and putting others in boxes and making assumptions off others, when there's plenty of work that you need to be doing on yourself. And I'm not targeting no one. I just mean everybody has work to do on themselves. So no one should be running around here under the guise that they have the ability, because they're hiding their problems better, or not better, just willing to lower their vibration, to hide themselves from other people so they can come off like they're perfect, to judge others and say things like, don't let other people get to you. And how do we, whatever, when people say stuff like that, it's so dumb to me. Whatever causes for them to feel like they need to tell somebody that, however they felt about somebody doing something, calls for them to feel like they needed to put something out saying, don't let people get to you. You were triggered as well. It's hypocrisy, but disguised with nice words. And I mean, that's really where the devil lives right now, through words and, you know, word spells and verbiage. And I'm just not with it. We cut out the BS. We don't want people sitting here playing mental gymnastics with us, you know, trying to verbalize a bunch of hate. And we just cut right to the core, like, nah, this is what you're saying. This is what you're doing. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I mean, got beats in here. Yeah, it's hard for them to read us because we always try to be low key, and then they end up being confused. Yeah, see, you know the problem though, beats, if they were not making assumptions, like you said, like they're trying to figure it, reading us, that's the problem with most people nowadays. They're always trying to read you and make an assumption to put you in a box to feel like they now know how to navigate, you know what I'm saying, and manipulate you. You shouldn't move like that. See, when you meet somebody with good intent, you're not moving like, I need to know how they are. And now you just approach them, and however they are, you interact with them, and however it goes, it goes. But everyone wants to come off like the kind of person that everybody can like. So they're always trying to get a read on somebody. And the problem with Sigma is you cannot read us. And when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you. Not out of me, because you should not be assuming anything. You don't know me like that. And society's allowed people to get so many different profiles off people by everybody posting all their business on social media. Most people can kind of build pattern recognition and archetypes off these patterns, you know what I'm saying? And that they see that people's behavior is. And then what they do with that is they build these archetypes, and then when you start showing a few patterns of that, they're like, okay, you're this archetype, and then make an assumption and move accordingly. You can't do that with a Sigma. You're gonna be a fool. You're gonna look stupid, and we're gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see it, and we're gonna be like, it's gonna be like chess. It's gonna be like chess. I do it all the time. that's why I left that reading community. It was just so many ignorant women on there that don't have really any intuition, and they just talk and they make assumptions, but because I don't give people enough information to really, you know what I mean, know what's going on with me. So I realize as you start becoming popular, that's kind of like what happens. Like you get your fans and they start kind of building relationships with you, even though you don't know them or whatever, and then start making assumptions. And I'm like, well, I don't need to be in a community full of fans. Like, I can't do that. Like, if it's a community full of fans, then I'm a fool for sitting around in a pool of fans that are consistently making content off of me, whether it's good or bad. So I exited that stage, like, oh, no, there's a bunch of fans. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be cognizant of that, man, and just know, like, man, look, I ain't even gonna get in the weeds of this. And a lot of women recognize when you move like that, and they love it. I mean, they love it. I have a lot of women nowadays, because for a while I was kind of going, you know, kind of hard-headed on here, and that was at the time that those readers were doing too much, trying to influence me. I can tell when a woman's trying to influence me, man, and it really bothers me. Like, I don't let it be seen, but when a woman's trying to manipulate me mentally and trying to, like, get in my ear, you know what I'm saying, I take real offense to it. I don't say nothing. I just adjust, like, oh, and it was too many of those readers doing it, male and female. And I'm like, okay, compared to, there's a few of them that were pretty decent, but it's like, nah, there's too much junk in this. There's too much trash, too many trashy people trying to be messy and influence, and because they were trying to do it both ways. This is how you know you're dealing with a bunch of manipulative people, right? You had some people that try to trigger you, right? And then you had the others, when you get triggered, trying to tell you how to react. Oh, don't let them get to you. See, that's how they try to control both sides of it, right? They want to try to tell you, don't react to these people triggering you, but the people telling you that are the people that are triggering you. You know what I'm saying? So they try to play with it like that. And I'm like, nah, y'all a bunch of idiots. Bye. Left the community straight up. All together. You know, I don't watch no more of that reading crap. Now I did, see, I ain't gonna lie to you. A new reader popped up my feed, and I know she must be watching my content or something, because I've been blocking so many readers, man. Anytime a reader pop up in any of my YouTube channels, I block them automatically. But this chick didn't look like a reader. She just like, oh, yeah, she had, man, she looking good. She have no cards in her thumbnail. And then, you know, I click on the video, she's a reader, but she's talking some good stuff. She's talking like whatever she's going through is similar to what I'm going through, or she's watching my content. Either way it goes, chick was cute, chick was fine, and her energy was good. Her energy, right? This is the first, like, it wasn't on some sad, and she even said, like, I ain't talking about no exes. That's why I feel like she might be watching my content. Like, I'm not talking about no exes, screw them, they're done, bye. You know, it's all about, like, once I left that group, and I started thinking differently, and I didn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't watching that weird stuff that was trying to manipulate my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always like, you got to be careful who you hang around. You got to be careful what group you associate yourself with. And I just say be a lone wolf and don't associate with nobody. Period, point blank. From now on, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not part of no group. Don't affiliate me with nothing. I am me. I am doing what I feel like doing, whatever it is. I have 4 different YouTube channels, 2 different TikToks, Facebook, and an Instagram. I'm going to do whatever. There is no category to put me into. I'm doing different things on each channel. I'm about to do this whole fitness thing on a whole different level. It's no way to box me up, right? And that's the reason why I'm moving the way that I move. I don't want to be, oh, he's a narc awareness coach, or now he's a reader, or oh, you know, he's a healer and now he's a dating coach. I'm all of them, motherfucker. I'm an American man. I'm a man. I do it all. I get it out the mud. That's what we do. I do it all. I'm not gonna get online and do a couple of things. I can do it all. If I can do it all, why not do it all? Y'all are weak and got to do 1 or 2. I do it all. I'm a man. Why wouldn't I do it? If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. Exactly. You see how it is? It's so goofy. And then once you get onto the internet game and social media, you see how it is. It's those that try to trigger you, and then it's those that tell you how to react to being triggered. They try to hold it down on both sides of the fence, man. It's like, how you gonna do that? How you gonna not say nothing about nobody that trigger you, but then harp all the time on, don't let them trigger you. Stop letting them trigger you. They make you look weak. Well, shut your goofy ass up and watch somebody else. I don't care what you think, goofball. You're not the one getting triggered all the time. You don't get to tell me how to react to anything. But it's like controlling both sides. So one way they get to let people say whatever they want to you, and then they can, you know, control how you react to them by saying that you're being sensitive. Shut your goofy self up. Call it whatever you want to call it. It's me doing me, and it's none of your business. Back in the day, like we were kids, none of your beeswax, okay? But if y'all want to go ahead and keep jumping in, go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? That is it. 5th dimension, that is it. 5G is over. We are entertaining 5th dimension, 5G only. Salute. And you know it, Nate. That is it, man. Your consciousness needs to be on the right level and the right vibration to get a Sigma man. Your body can be whatever, but if your soul is trash and you're rotten from within, a Sigma man's gonna smell it a mile away. And I'm gonna end it on that, man. That's a dope ender, you know what I mean? They can't keep up. Bro, they be over here, listen. Y'all know how it is at your jobs and stuff. I'm gonna get off of here, but they're putting me in all these different competitions and wanting to compete with me, and I don't see none of them. That's the crazy part. Like, even now, knowing that they're trying to compete with me, and I go watch different channels trying to compete with me, I'm like, nah, not worth me competing with. Nah, not yet. Nope. Nah, nope, not yet. Nope. I'm like, well, nobody to compete with. I'm still gonna compete with myself. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all out there, you know what I'm saying, with your mimicking ass, but I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm so fly. Gotta riz the ladies really quick, man. I gotta riz y'all up. Ladies, I'm gonna riz y'all up on TikTok. Yeah, I'm out here learning all kind of stuff. I was rizzing ladies up without even knowing what a riz was. I'm about to be rizzing it. I'm gonna be rizzing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be rizzing on TikTok, y'all. Man, I'm King Rizza now. I'm doing all kind of stuff, man. I'm gonna rizz it up, man. Shoot, I've been rizzing it up, not even knowing what it was. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to do a reaction video tonight, because with this, what is it? The Cheesecake Factory lady, I wanna say something, but I might wait till tomorrow. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, share the live, and subscribe. Y'all the dopest to ever do it. My soul tribe is the best soul tribe, and we're making moves, and we're literally changing the we're shifting, man. We're shifting the energy. We are causing the shift. Know that we and our energy is causing the shift. As a man, you lead. We're leading with our energy. It's causing the shift. Women are talking. People online are talking. They know what it is. I know how you feel, man. Yeah, just listen. My ex, man, she ran off the sneaky link, left me broke with my son. I was homeless, homie. I had to build up from the ground up, man. So hey, listen, you hang in there, God's got you. You know, and you're a man, and as long as your mindset, you know what I'm saying, you got that military bound, hey, as long as your mindset is right and you're focused, you can build yourself back up from anything at any point in time. That's why you're a man. God can put you anywhere, and you will find a way to not only survive, but to thrive. Peace, love, and light, y'all. Stay blessed.